Purple. ECU in white here at home. Steven Anderson, Ray Natelli, and Michael Swoboda are the officials. And the tip controlled by East Carolina. Pirates trying to start the season 3-0 for the second straight year. This is Tristan Newton.
Tough man-to-man right now by Western. Good job by the Catamounts.
Tough catch for Luigi with Joe Petrakis on him. Petrakis in foul trouble the other night against Wake Forest, was limited. And there's a pretty feed and a dunk. And that's Luigi DeBoe's first 2-point field goal of the season.
Pick and roll. Nice job. He rolled hard to the basket. Nice play by J.J. Miles to get it there.
There's McCray in the lineup starting tonight after coming off the bench. Tyler Harris had 13 points against the Demon Deacons on Friday night. Out of the corner, the jumper pushed up by Nicholas Robinson. He was 6 of 12 from behind the arc before that miss coming in.
Tristan Newton getting that board. That's the kind of stuff he's going to do for you.
This has been the starting lineup for Joe Dooley's team now for the third straight game to open the year. Lob inside. Tough catch. Miles with the finish. So those two have connected on an assist and a field goal.
Yeah, and that's what you do with ECU. You're going to go inside with that size. It's going to be tough for the Catamounts today.
There's Jackson on that last bucket. The Pirates going inside early. Here's a wild three up by McCray. McCray 27% from behind the arc a year ago. Had 4 threes in 29 minutes off the bench the other night. Did not play in their first game because of disciplinary reasons. Nice spin in the paint. And Brandon Suggs draws a foul. All right, Cy, your keys to the game.
Well, I think when you look at the basketball, if you're ECU, defend Western, you got to defend ECU's inside game. And so far, they've struggled with that the first 2 possessions. So that's going to be a key part for WCU. Then when you look at them again, I think there's other keys. They've got to knock down threes. The Catamounts have to hit the open three. They did that against Wake Forest, and they were in the basketball game. That's going to be a key to the game today. And then, of course, the last thing they've got to do is they have to have more offense from their starters. Against Wake Forest, the bench gave them 41 of their points. They've got to get something out of their starters.
Take a look at the Pirate keys here. By the way, Suggs missing his first 2 free throws of the year. He'd been 8 of 8 before coming up empty on that trip. Here's a 3 misfired by Harris. Long board, though, to the Catamounts. Cam Baycoat came away with it. Back up top, McCray. He does not lack confidence.
No, and that's a good shot, but you got to hit your free throws of missing that. Now, the keys to ECU, control the inside game, control that paint. It's going to be very important. First 2 possessions, they did that. And then there are other keys to it. I think one of the other keys that you'll see for ECU is that they have to win the transition game. And again, you just see Western knocking down the 3 in transition. You got to get back if you're ECU. And then the last key to the team, and when you look at it overall, how they have to play it, it's going to be tough all night. Limit unforced turnovers. It's okay to turn over ball when you're in trouble, but you've got to really work hard and not throw away the easy stuff.
The extra pass to Vance Jackson, who reverses it up and in.
Nice job, but give credit to the Catamounts. They've knocked down 2 threes. Well, WCU doing it really good right now.
This Pirate coaching staff really wants a little more aggressiveness out of Vance Jackson, particularly on the offensive end and on the backboards. He was really good in both departments in their opening win against South Carolina State. They thought he was a little timid at times against Canisius Friday night. Suggs.
Yep.
And he draws contact.
Suggs is about 10 pounds away from being so special. He's already good, but he dribble drives hard and goes through it. And watch him here. He'll take the crossover dribble and the reach in. He gets fouled and he gets bodied up. Nice job by Suggs. He's going to have a good year, you feel like, if you're ECU.
Pirates will inbound with 23 on the shot. Newton for 3. Count it.
Yep. You see his versatility. He can hit the 3, but he can also go. He's 6'5". So there's a lot of good things he can do.
Tristan Newton's 3rd from behind the arc. Western, the offensive reset after the block. Wild 3. Tracked down by Tristan Newton. Feeds it ahead. Suggs gathers up, scores.
Transition basketball. ECU won it that time. WCU with the long jump shot, you get a long rebound, and that's what can happen when the ball goes out strong when you shoot it deep.
Suggs has averaged 10 through his first 2 games. Pirates have 5 in double figures through the first 2 contests on the year. And the rebound on the offensive backboard again, Robinson. McCray,
wow,
challenging Luigi.
Nice job by McCray. I mean, you got a 7'1" guy, and he puts it up over you. That's just toughness. Great shot by WCU's Travion McCray.
3-point Pirate lead here at home. Nice diagonal dish. The 3 is up and down. Newton with the swish.
And when you control the inside, you kick it outside, and Tremont is on fire.
Hit just 1 of 4 Friday night. Inside, it's blocked away. Good defense by Miles. He gets it up for 3. The rise and fire. Ring it up.
Yeah, nice job, and you got to take the quick timeout because it's transition basketball. Pirates knock them down.
6-0 Pirates spurt. Miles taking an influence as well in their offense.
Yeah, and you'll see that. Yes, he'll step out and get the big men to shoot it, but he's got the right temperament. You like the way he's going to bring this team on. And ECU's on fire, 7 of 7 shooting. This game will settle on in. WCU's got a great coach, and they're going to build a really solid program.
They're also 3 for 3 are the Pirates from behind the arc. Meantime, Western Carolina now 2 of 9 from deep. They hit 12 threes in each of their first 2 games. They've done a fabulous job on the offensive backboards here early on. Here's the drive and the finish off the bounce. Nicely done. Tyler Harris with the deuce.
Yeah, dribble drive by everyone and lays it up and in, but they also got the offensive rebound. Now, if you're ECU, you've come in with a different lineup. Let's see how the Pirates play it.
That's Zoe Frink, who's just checked in, catching the basketball. Also, R.J. Felton, a great athlete, a young freshman from Aiken, South Carolina, has checked in.
Yeah, it's going to be that. Everybody's looking right now. That's what they're doing. This is a time of year, and there you go with the big man who's played well, Frink. He's doing a good job. You got 2 bigs in the ball game. Just like the way this team is playing, but I like the way Western's playing. You know, they came in with 10 different guys. I mean, you got to learn. You got to put kids in, and you got to be patient.
Brandon Johnson averaging a double-double, wearing 23 in white. He gets the basketball there, and we'll hand it back to Tremont Robinson-White, who also has checked in for Joe Dooley's lineup. Here's Frink coming off an 11.7 rebound performance. Gets his own miss back. Contact, no call. Fighting inside is Felton.
Letting them go inside, I'll tell you. No calls.
Montarius Woodbright, number 2 there, pulled down the rebound, and he lost it on the way up. He's checked in. Harris dishing it off. Double team. Nice hustle by Felton. And on the inline, it's going to be last touch by Marlo Gilmore, a 6'5" junior from Norway, South Carolina, who's in for the Catamounts.
Well, one thing about it, nobody's leaving anything. I mean, they're giving it all. Watch everybody get on the floor. They double team it, which is smart. Good play by Brandon Johnson. And then each team hustling. And then, of course, the Catamounts driving in and knocking it out of bounds. But what a great effort by both ball clubs. Brandon Johnson steps over, cuts off the drive, and Joe Dooley working at it hard right now.
Coach Dooley, the man in black today.
He works himself to death. I mean, he's all basketball.
Pirates up 7. Johnson mid-post.
They're letting them play really tough in there.
Catamounts on the other end. Bothered enough there was Gilmore. Nice spot in the corner. And that 3 is off target by Felton.
Got to get back hard. Both teams really running it right now.
Joe Dooley's emphasized transition defense after their opener. Felt they did a really nice job of that against Canisius the other night. A little bit of a push off there. Woodbright zips it out. 3 ball up and in.
Yep. They got guys that are about between 6'3" and 6'6" that can all shoot it. You spread it out and fire it. Good shot. ECU all over them, but WCU with a good jumper.
Rebounds even right now at 8 apiece. Here's Miles on the drive. Hangs but can't hit. Johnson vying for the rebound, but it's all purple around him.
Yeah.
Harris feeds it in the corner. Tough pass, Robinson. They make the extra pass up top. It goes to Woodbright. He'll dish it out. That 3-2 strong. But an offensive rebound, and it's another one for Nicholas Robinson.
Yeah, and J.J. Miles really struggling trying to get there. I thought he had it. He made a good defensive play a possession ago, but you got to block out and get that rebound. You can't afford it.
I'm so sure that on that play where he took it to the basket, Miles didn't hurt himself. Here's a jumper by Woodbright against the shot clock. He'll stroke it off the wing for 3. The elbow trifecta has cut it to 1. The under 12 first half timeout. Catamounts firing early for Schilla. Of course, both very effective coaches, but Self, he said, was kind of unflappable, even-keeled, maybe not the most organized practice guy. For Schilla, very detail-oriented, both very effective coaches.
Yeah, but both of them very effective.
And he's learned a lot from both.
No joke. And Bill Self's going to go down as one of the great ones.
Joe Dooley for over a decade in Kansas, one of the top assistants for Self. Inside is Frink, and that snaps a streak of 0 for 6 for the Pirates.
Well, they came out in the zone, which was nice to see because you need to look at one. Won't stay in it long, I'm sure.
So a 3-point East Carolina lead. Nice dump down as checking into the game is Marvin Price, who fumbled it there on the baseline. Backing it out is Montarius Woodbright out of Albany, Georgia. Here's the lefty Price. Nobody boxed him out. Robinson White getting a hand in there to deflect it away.
ECU's big, and they're dribble driving on these bigs. ECU not getting out, and that's what happens.
The hoist and the score, Tyler Harris from deep.
And the problem is you can go 3 for 2 here and get in trouble. And ECU playing well. Again, playing the zone. Can ECU hit out of it? It's going to be the key.
5th 3 early on for Western as we're tied. Johnson inside. They bustled it and pulled it away from him. Catamounts can take a lead here.
Yeah, they're playing really hard. ECU's playing hard. It's just a good basketball game.
Trying to back Robinson White in is Price.
See, the hard matchups are for the big guys. They have really got to get out, and they're having trouble getting back.
Banks, corner 3, no, but another offensive rebound falling into the hands of Western Carolina. Nice ball movement. Halfway down and out for Banks. The carom snagged by Frink.
Again, still in the zone. You should be able to rebound out of this.
Newton's had the hot hand for the Pirates, and it continues.
Yeah, big time. Tristan's on fire for ECU. But this Catamount team really causes matchup problems. They play 5 out, and they just look for shots. It's really good basketball.
Tristan Newton, 9 points, 3 of 3 from the floor so far. A hook, and it was called. It's going to be an offensive foul. That will go against Banks. He hooks Suggs there.
Yep.
And that's going to be the 3rd Catamount. Heinous infraction of the first half.
And they'll continue to go small. They even go smaller here. So ECU is countering with bigs. The bigs are going to have trouble guarding this WCU team. Here you'll go see the replay. You'll see him hook. Yep. When you swing that left arm out, you're in trouble.
Not only did he swing it out, he gathered the ball to his body to swing it out. Got to shield it a little bit, right? Got to be crafty. Nice delivery. Suggs.
Tristan Newton to Suggs. Great cut by Suggs. And ECU back on top in a really solid game by both ball clubs.
Pirates on a little 5-0 spurt here. The Western moves the ball quickly, Dalton. That's going to be a travel. Yep. Getting too deep inside that time was Baycoat, Cam Baycoat, out of Hampton.
I would hate to prepare. If I'm Joe Dooley, I hate to prepare for a team like Western because they're so quick and they spread you out. And it's really a good way to do it. They're going to be good in their league. Joe Dooley's got his team playing well so far this year.
Newton, another 3. How about this? Tristan Newton having an afternoon.
Just so good a player. I just really like him. And he can, like I say, down the stretch, he can really help you.
Up top, Baycoat, who traveled the transfer from Indiana State. He'll take a 3. It'll be a jump ball. Arrow will keep it on this end as it wedged between the backboard and the rim. Cam Baycoat averaged just 3 points for the Sycamores last season. 10.5 through their first 2 games so far. And there's Tristan Newton, who's been in fuego.
Yeah, he's been on fire. Now, you get a reset of 20 seconds. And I'm telling you, Luigi's got it tough right now. And so does Jackson. They are guarding guys much smaller than they are.
He'll return back in. Luigi challenges, caused him to miss the shot. Rebound taken by Suggs for the Pirates. Vance Jackson goes sliding on the floor. He and Luigi now joining the offense. Oh, another pretty pass. Drop down. Score it for Suggs. He'll go to the line.
Tristan Newton to Suggs, and it's just a beautiful team effort by those 2 guys. They're older. They're veterans. They make the good cuts, and the timeout was really good by Joe Dooley. Here you'll see it. Tristan on the drive, the back cut by Suggs, and the finish, and then the foul over top by Travion McCray. Nice job by ECU.
McCray's second. Suggs was 6. Missed his only attempts from the line a little earlier. But knocks that one in. Wouldn't have known it by Coach Dooley's face. That expression does not change too much during the game.
Now, Petrakis is in the game. He can also knock down the 3. They have got shooters all over the place.
Pirates on an 11-0 spurt over the last 90-plus seconds. And that has opened up the advantage of 30-19. Double team, swings it out. Here's a 3. A big guy that can't shoot, but wildly missed that time by Petrakis. They get it back. Another 3 off the wing. No good. Pirates clear inside. Who else? He's been everywhere. Tristan Newton. Get Newton the ball if you're ECU. Instead, it'll be Suggs for 3. How about that? Not a noted 3-point shooter, but Suggs has 10.
Really playing well today. This is the way they played it the other night. I mean, they were just unbelievable. And now you look at Western, and they're playing well, but they're behind.
Foul on Newton. Suggs in double digits for the 25th time. Pirates by 14 at home. Wake Forest very, very tough the other night, losing in Winston-Salem by single digits. And he was really impressed with Coach Gray at the way that his team performed against the Demon Deacons. They shot the ball well from 3, 12 of 33, including 8 in the first half. Speaking of 8, they have 8 offensive rebounds in this game so far. That's been a big part of their success, and while they were able to hang in this thing, and at one point a few moments ago tie the ball game.
ECU really defending well this possession. You got to force it up, and he knocks it down. Heck of a shot.
Nicholas Robinson, graduate transfer, and that's Luigi DeBow on the other end for the Pirates.
Nice job by DeBow. You better get back and help out, and he did.
Blocked. One of the top blocks per game players in the American a season ago. Suggs, the strong finish after the Euro step. He's fouled. He'll head to the stripe.
That's a big-time play by Luigi DeBow at the other end after the dunk. And then to get down the floor in transition and finish. This Pirate team, and listen, this is a good basketball team. WCU is really a good team. And watch this move, and watch this block shot by Luigi DeBow, and it gets you off to the races. Big-time block, and then you get the finish at the other end by Suggs, and now the free throw.
He blocked the shot of Charlotte native Madison Monroe.
Love the name. I love Presidents.
Second three-point play completed in this first half for Suggs.
Both of them were great, Madison and Monroe. You know, great Presidents. So I love the name.
Monroe transferred from Independence Community College, also played at Oakland and started his basketball career at Army. Well-traveled. He's got the ball now.
ECU defending 5 on the shot. That's just great defense.
That was Jackson out for the Pirates on Monroe. In case you don't know the story for Vance Jackson, he's also been around the block of college.
No, well, look, we were playing against him. Was at UConn. He's a 4-star recruit.
Yeah.
So he's a great player. Joe Dooley has got his team ready to play, and so does the WCU staff.
Jackson, head of the circle. And the rebound ripped down. Boy, some good board work here by Nicholas Robinson. Then he shows his versatility by bringing it up. Tried to hit the trailer from Tracus, but he traveled.
You know what? Center of gravity comes into play with big men. If they catch it high, they walk. You got to bend down low or you'll walk all the time.
5th turnover for Western Carolina. That was something that Coach Gray was really disappointed in their effort in Winston-Salem the other night.
Yeah.
19 turnovers against Wake Forest that led to 22 Demon Deacon points. Steve Forbes, though, you talk about really good coaches.
He's a good one.
Come from that mid-major level to a high major. He is one. How about Tristan Newton? 15, all from behind the arc. Matches his high for the season, which came in the opener against South Carolina State. Suggs running out. Miles steps in. Pirates with numbers. Miles going to keep, going to score. He's fouled.
Yeah, but now I'm going to be fair here because it's important. At one time when I was coaching, I played 3 straight road games in a row. They played 2 in 3 days. It's a lot more difficult than you think.
Clock stops with 5:35 to go.
And Joe Dooley and his staff doing a great job.
Point play the old-fashioned way. Newton is reining them in from behind the arc. Perfect today to go along with the 3 boards.
Yeah, 5 of 5 and assist. He's had a full game today. Just unbelievable. And just think this ball game was tied not very long ago. That's how crazy it is.
J.J. Miles with 6 now. Pirates take this one away, and we have a foul. That's going to be called against Baco.
Yeah, and it's a frustration foul. ECU really playing it tough right now. Jackson going to the line, and if you're Joe Dooley, you got to be happy the way you're playing. It's a 6'9" guy that can dribble it, shoot it, rebound it. Just a real treasure they found in the portal.
9 points in 20 minutes on Friday. Older guy, and the coaching staff on Saturday talking about he's got all the tools, as you stated, Si. They just need a little more out of him, and it's not anything necessarily they feel like they can do. They're putting him in position. He's just got to be motivated.
That's right.
And confident enough to do it.
He'll do it. He hit a couple of big threes, and Joe Dooley's good about keeping him up.
Pirates just missed 2 free throws the other night. They've missed 3 so far here in the first half.
Too many offensive rebounds. That's going to drive Joe Dooley crazy, because every time they've hit a 3, on 3 of them they've hit points. On 3 of the offensive rebounds they've hit buckets.
I believe that is their 9th off the offensive backboards. And it leads to a second chance point there. Robinson has had a big day with 4 threes so far, trying to match Newton. That time up and down for Vance Jackson from deep.
Yeah, and you know, they're just doing everything right tonight.
So Vance Jackson with 8 points. Pirates hot from behind the arc. It's been more of a volume shooting situation for the Catamounts. Got a piece of that one. Did an ECU defender. I think it was Miles. Now the shot clock, which has not been a huge factor today, down to 5. Robinson. Pull up left of the lane. And another offensive rebound. Double digits on the offensive backboards for the Catamounts. Open for 3. Taking it is Banks. He buries it.
Every time there's been an offensive rebound, there's been a 3. And that's what will drive you crazy if you're Joe Dooley. 11 offensive rebounds so far. ECU only 3. But you don't get a lot of offensive rebounds if you shoot the way ECU has.
Steal opportunity. Bad pass. Deflected. Frink. And it winds up being a turnover for the Pirates. That's only their second of the game. Open. Banks. 2 in a row. Short. Chase down Newton. Tie up. Arrow's going to give it to the Pirates. 3.5 to go. It's a 3-point shooting barrage for the Pirates today. They're filling it up from distance, as are the Catamounts. Lots of hustle in this East-West showdown.
Resident Evil, welcome to Raccoon City.
Show me your hands.
What the f?
Everyone's in danger.
And then Cincinnati getting an SEC opponent, knocking them off. Georgia 73-68. 6 teams right now are 2-0, including the ECU Pirates, who are shooting the basketball well here. They have hit 2/3 of their shots in this opening half. And from behind the arc, 8 of 10. Oh, tough catch inside.
Great play on the high-low action, and great play by WCU to block it.
Yeah, Robinson, and he'll go to the basket, but it's going to be an offensive foul.
Nice job by ECU. To tell you how much the offensive rebounding makes, here's the charge. You'll see it. Suggs one of the best at drawing it. He gets in front, and the shoulder goes into his chest. It's an offensive foul. That's a big play. But on the offensive end, the offensive rebounds for WCU. Now hear this good. Because of second chance points, because of offensive rebounds, they lead 19-2 in that category. 19 points off of offensive rebounds. Turnover again by the Pirates. This is what happened the other night when you get the lead. Teams don't quit playing. You better play hard through the whole half.
20-point lead for East Carolina. That's going to be only the second foul against the Pirates. And both have been called against Newton. That's the only thing slowing Tristan Newton down.
Yeah, you get him out. You don't let him stay in there. And you got a great guy coming in, Tremont Robinson White, who had a tremendous game on Friday night. He can guard anybody. He'll do a good job in this game.
Talked about the 11-0 start for the American. The SoCon 8-1 on opening night.
It's always a good league. It's always been underrated and a good league.
UNCG has kind of run it the last few years. Nice feed inside, and another block for East Carolina's Brandon Johnson boards the miss. He just checked back in. Chattanooga make that pick to win the preseason. Furman picked second in the SoCon this year. Here's R.J. Felton into the paint. Hooks it up and through.
Yeah, he's going to give you a lot, and that's a big bucket. It's something psychological about scoring 50 and a half.
Whew. Isn't that something?
Yeah.
Don't look now, right?
Yeah.
Pirates 19 of 29 from the floor. And Felton, just a great athlete. You look at R.J. Felton's high school numbers side, they were remarkable. 23 points, 12 rebounds, and 8 assists in his senior year at Aiken. And he had 1,750 career points.
Unbelievable, the athleticism on the ECU team. And on Western, WCU, they go after you, man. I mean, this is a good basketball game that can turn in a second because of the way Western can shoot it.
Deep three. All of a sudden, they've gone kind of cold from out deep.
Good offense. Luigi's played the best ball game I've seen him play.
A little bit of no man's land there, but he didn't panic. 90 seconds to go in the half. Felton. Robinson White. He'll take a three. Count it!
You don't lose anything. Tremont's a player, I mean, and he can defend you. That's what I like about him.
On the other end, the three is up and down. Banks.
And you just take your time here. You want to play less. You want, keep it down. Just go into the half with a big lead. ECU's played it smart.
Both teams have stroked 9 trifectas here. Oh, another nice feed inside, and the bouncy Johnson with the finish.
Big time play for ECU. Now, can you defend long enough to get the last shot? I doubt it the way these teams are firing.
Got him off his feet, and he'll earn 3 free throws here. Will the crafty Nicholas Robinson.
He stepped inside. It should be a 2. Ray Natale's calling it. I thought it was a 2. They may check it here, but I think it's a 2 also. He stepped inside to get the foul. They're going to check it.
I'll head over to the monitor. Yeah. Stephen Anderson, Ray Natale, a couple of veterans, and then Michael Swab.
Official. They can teach you how to do it, and that's so important.
Former Pirate Stephen Branch, who might have had one of the most fabulous dunks I ever saw many, many, many years ago.
Yeah. He was a great basketball player out of high school. Hurt his knees, what really hurt his career.
He and Gabe Mikulus were palling it up the other night. Mikulus was here with his daughter. He played during the transition to Mikulus from the Colonial Athletic Association to Conference USA for ECU. Well, I really like the game of Nicholas Robinson. He's a veteran guy from Chicago, 6'6", 220. And Robinson will hit them both. He's got 14 here to go along with 6 rebounds in the first half.
Yeah, and if you're ECU, you're going to be patient here. You won't get the last. You'll get a shot that, and there's another foul. ECU really playing it good.
Second on Harris.
And if you're East Carolina, you'll take the last shot probably, because you'll try to hold them down here and you'll go in with the last shot. ECU doing a really good job today. Western playing hard. They've just run into a hot buzzsaw in East Carolina.
Bonus upcoming on the foul line for Tremont Robinson White here, who struck the first. He's 6 of 6 this year with that make. Western has not shot a free throw in this game. They're not really, well, I take that back. The 2 that Robinson made a moment ago, those were the first 2. That's not really their game.
Right.
So Miles will report in, replacing DeBow.
Now let me tell you why. They're going to shoot a 3. So what do? You guard them with guys their size.
Now, Luigi DeBow, in their second game, hit one from up top side. So
right. This is defending the 3.
Okay.
This is defending the 3 at the other end.
You meant Western's going to shoot a 3.
Yeah, yes. Western's going to. Well, they spread you out.
Yeah.
So they're going to take a 3. So you've got guards on guards. That's why you.
I was just here for the Luigi defense.
Okay. Yeah. Good.
Let him shoot a 3 at the end, right?
Right. But now you're matched up size-wise.
Pirates are up 24 here.
So the Pirates will get last shot, which is, I think, the most important thing. Mismatch inside. If they'll go there, they've got the mismatch.
Here's the drive. And another tough play at the cup for Western. Pirates come away with it. They have an opportunity here to go into the half, possibly up 27. They'll go for 2 instead, and it's banked off the glass. What a drive by Tremont Robinson White. He's got 7. Pirates against Canisius the other night, led by 21. 26-point bulge here at the half. ECU shoots 69% in their basketball history. 64 against St. Andrews out of Laurinburg near the South Carolina border in 2012. Edinburgh State back in '86, they scored 63 in the first. And against this Catamounts team, back on December 1st of 1969, they scored 63. 59 here in the first today.
Again, you're playing 4-minute breaks if you're Western to try to get back in it.
Woodbright to the left hand, and he scores.
Nice job by Woodbright, and it took it in the paint, which is really big.
Starters on the floor for the Pirates. DeVoe flicks it to Suggs, who kicks it in the corner. Newton passing up on a 3. Miles will take it off the wing. Pirates with Vance Jackson controlling the miss.
Nice job by Jackson, and then you run your offense.
Jackson post extended, flips it out. Miles, deep 3. And the Catamounts come away with the basketball.
Well, again, you're doing it right. You're taking it to the basket, which is so smart. I think you've got to do that.
That one just did graze the rim. Nobody boxed out the youngster Marcus Banks, who laid it in. Banks getting the start here in the second half. A couple of other changes in the second half lineup for Western Carolina, including Woodbright out there.
But if you're Joe Dooley, you didn't want to start out on a 4-0 opposite run. You want to just keep your lead, and great job by Suggs, and gets fouled on the arm. Now can you knock him down? And I think he can. But if you're ECU, the offensive rebounds are just driving you nuts.
Second foul called a second ago on Banks. And here is Suggs at the stripe. He matches his output Friday night of 14 points. He shot the ball very well that game in 27 minutes. Was 4 of 5 from the floor, 6 of 6 at the line. Missed a couple here early in the game. Knocks them both in this time.
And a good job by ECU. Early substitution to get a little smaller, quicker people in the game.
Out of the corner, Harris, count it.
Didn't get high hands, they knock it down. They can shoot it.
Harris in that first half hit one from deep, this time out of the corner. DeBow, low right. Newton, his first attempt for 2. And DeBow, they're going to wave it off.
And it's the outside official's call, and he's right on it, and he makes the call. But again, all of a sudden you look up, and Western's hit 2 threes. They're doing things right. ECU struggling a little bit. See, if you look, they got 5 out. It's how they're going to play it so you can dribble drive. That's what they do.
Robinson from McCray takes DeBow, finishes. He'll get a free throw.
And Joe Dooley's going to take a timeout. He's had enough, and they don't have the matchups they need. And they dribble drive on the bigs, and they go by them, and there's no help.
So Luigi DeBow's first. He called a cup of coffee, but briefly at College of Charleston before getting the head job. Played professionally overseas for 12 years. And there's a little bit of a movement side with kind of mid and low major schools as Robinson completes a three-point play. Hiring ex-players, guys who played professionally, right. I think it gives them a little bit of a time to build, because generally if you've played even overseas, you've made a pretty good of money in recent years. So the financial pressures aren't there to just move on to the next job.
No doubt about it.
Guys can build a program.
Right, and he's got contacts overseas too. It makes a big difference.
Oh, what a nice finish. Brandon Johnson. A little high-low action.
Yeah, good job by Johnson. Now, can you defend? And again, they go by.
Oh, nice. Wonderful job to save it. And what hustle. And we're going to have a foul called. It's going to go on Woodbright. He's very frustrated.
Yeah, he was frustrated, but he did foul. And a good hustle by Felton. And I'll tell you, Brandon Johnson, the young man from Roseville, he's done a lot of good things. Just a special player, and he can match up with these guys. Look at the lineup now. It is a small lineup to match up, and Brandon can help contest shots also.
Newton running the show at the point. Reach-in's going to be called here.
Yep, and it was a good call too.
Second on Nicholas Robinson. Robinson had 9 points and 10 rebounds against Wake Forest on Friday night. 15 and 13 in their overtime opening win against Bowling Green. Got to go back to the mid-1940s, the last time Western had a season opener that they won that went overtime.
You're East Carolina, again, you're smaller, so you're not going inside the way you want to. But again, you get back on defense, and you've got guys that can match up.
Newton misfired inside the arc on the other end. McCray to the cylinder, and he is harmed en route to the hoop.
Well, look, they're going downhill hard as they can go, and so you can have rim protectors. As you'll see, he goes downhill, goes to the bucket, gets fouled by Suggs on the way in, and you got to step over earlier if you're Miles to cut him off. You got to cut off the dribble drive.
First on Suggs, second on the Pirates. Felton, a little bit of a word for McCray there, is from Timmonsville. I'm sure somewhere along the way, those two have seen one another on an AAU court.
No doubt about it. All these kids have seen each other. We got a foul. We got something here. There's a technical on a kid. There is a technical. You got to be careful here.
Is it on the bench?
No, it's on a kid leaving the court. I believe I'm right on that.
Incredulous look from Coach Gray there. He can't believe it.
No.
Is it Woodbright, who was very unhappy with the foul call a couple of exchanges ago? And I think as he was substituting out, he said something and got popped.
Yep. Now you'll play it within the order that it happened. So he'll shoot his free throws, and then you.
So the technical on Woodbright gives him 4. So 7 for McCray. Tremont Robinson White returns.
And you'll get J.J. Miles out. He might have been in the middle of that. Not sure what happened.
Now McCray leaning on
See,
for ECU.
You really don't have an outlet guy because they're all quick for this team. Johnson's going to be your out, but he's your only out. I mean, they're also quick on the WCU ball club.
And a whistle is bodying the Pirate driver down the lane was Price.
And listen, a good officiating crew. You'll see the foul here. It's a touch foul, but a bump foul. And what you're tired of is touchy fouls and then you're arguing. And Natale's going to get hold of it, and he's doing it right. You got to get this thing under control.
Johnson had to take it away. A lot of contact there.
Well, there was nobody open. You got to go to the ball and help him. And this game's going to get close right now.
Catamounts have hit their last 3. Stolen. Robinson White on the other end. He'll finish with the flush.
Nice job, smooth. And listen, that changed it. I mean, it was 18 going to 16.
Pirates have been outscored in this half, 12-6. Had a 24-point advantage at halftime, and they turn it over.
Unforced turnover.
Western Carolina's 13th miscue of the game.
Yep, and it's unforced, and that's what you don't want to happen. If you're ECU, you can continue to dribble drive. You've got the quickness and size. Look at Tristan Newton. He's getting hammered.
Spins, shoots, left it short, though. And we'll go the other way. Newton, after missing it, tried to chase it down from 15 feet out.
Well, and I'll tell you, I thought he got hammered pretty good, no call. And both teams are playing that way. You got to get a hold of it because it's rough. And that's what Joe Dooley's saying right now. He's on the official pretty good, saying, hey, look, this game's getting tough. Make the calls. Still letting them hold it.
Bending the ear of Michael Swoboda as he went down the court. Here's McCray. Gets by Johnson to the left hand. Blocked away. Oh, and a late whistle coming in. It'll go against BJ. Stops the clock with 15:51 to go. And we will take a timeout. Heated between Western Carolina and East Carolina.
Introducing new targeted benefits from Centrum, designed to help you remember why you came downstairs. Be the best tree you can be and handle client calls and school calls.
Johnny Dawkins' team at UCF, it's going to be a really fight all the way.
Eddie N had the logo 3 to win their opener.
Yeah.
McCray now 3 of 3 at the stripe.
All of a sudden it's 18, and so in 4 minutes they've outscored you by 8 points.
Now 9 of 10 this year from the free throw line through.
See how Coach Dooley's going to play it. They double screen up top.
Tremont Robinson White with the Pirates by 18. Suggs. R.J. Felton. Turns, fires, too strong from 15. Getting it back is Johnson. Somehow, or rather Suggs, it's Johnson getting the miss.
And the foul will be on Western inside. Just both teams keeping it alive. And ECU a little bit longer makes the play.
Already 6 on the Catamounts. Nicholas Robinson tagged for his 3rd. You look at Brandon Johnson, and a really wise move to bring him out there because he can, as you say, defend, but he's also probably got the best leaping ability as far as quick leaping of this ECU roster right now. Oh, tough, determined drive. He just couldn't finish.
You got to finish, and you got to be smart.
To the left hand. How about that from McCray?
And this ball game's going to get interesting. I can tell you that right now.
11 for McCray. Johnson, and inside of the restrictive circle there was Banks. That'll be his 3rd.
Well, I don't know if you don't back off a little bit if you're ECU, but if you do, they knock down threes. But in the first half, they took threes. Right now, they're just dribble driving. They're going downhill on you, and this league's been cut quick. 11 points in 5 minutes. I mean, it's unbelievable what they've done.
Johnson got the roll.
Now, can you keep them in front? Every guy on ECU's ball club is having trouble controlling the speed of Western, and it's all 5 possessions at Western.
So 6 for Brandon Johnson, 3 rebounds to go along with his work off the bench. Robinson getting away from Felton. Sends it out, 3 way off by Banks. And Johnson took a hard spill.
Yep, and again, he got fouled. Now, can you go down? It's a 1-and-1. Can you knock them down? They're aggressive and they're fouling. You're going to get in the early bonus. They have 8, ECU 4, which is normal. But Western's just coming after you. They're not playing around. They're just physical. And officials are calling it now, and you have to. And Joe Dooley has to stay on the officials. I don't blame Gray. He's small. He knows he has to be aggressive. That's where you do it.
Second foul on the Catamounts junior out of Baltimore, Marvin Price. Johnson will look for his 8th point here at the line.
A lot of jibber jabber going on right now. Jackson coming back in. Joe Dooley, he's really working this hard this second half to try and keep it at a distance. That's what he's trying to do, and he's always been good at score and time management and how to keep up.
8. Well, look, I know Appalachian State, UNC Asheville, they're considered kind of rivals for Western in basketball, but this group of guys was very motivated to play here today, very excited to play against the Pirates. Here's a steal again. Robinson White sails in for the score.
Tremont's just a good defensive player. Transition basketball, can you big back? ECU does. That's what you want if you're Joe Dooley.
Spills out, picked up by Harris. McCray lifts short, hand in his face. Johnson pulls down the weak side miss. And we have a foul up the floor, or what is the whistle about?
I don't know what happened, but they stopped play. Maybe an official fell because of a sideline. I didn't see it. Okay, nothing seen. Whistle blown.
Let's see if we could get some sort of clarification.
Well, it happens.
Woodbright back in. Also, Baycoat is returned for Western. 3 slides off. ECU has not made a 3-point shot this half after striking for 9 hits in the first.
Tremont Robinson White is playing smart. He saw the numbers weren't there. He sets the offense up for ECU.
And that's going to be a whistle on McCray. That'll be his 3rd.
Yeah, well, they're rough, and I like it. I'm not saying they're wrong. You got to play hard when you're smaller, and they're coming after you.
9 fouls now on the Catamounts.
Reach in, gets him with the hip, and knocks him down. And a good call right in front of the ECU bench.
So Newton to the line for the first time this afternoon.
But the other thing about it, 13-30, and it's your 9 fouls. I mean, think about a whole half. There may not be anybody left.
87.5%.
He's beautiful from there. I mean, he just is. He's a player. Now, they're going to go back big. Let's see if Joe Dooley changes. They've gone big.
The other thing to add on to your point, The next foul's the 10th. That means 2 foul shots from here on out.
Exactly right. Your bonus. Western goes big now, and I wonder if Coach Dooley will switch up. But I like how Western has played. I would hate to play them in league play because they just dug it deep in the first half. Can you hold them off is the question.
That's 17 now for Newton. High last year was 18 against UCF.
Good double screen by Western.
The shot clock dwindling down to 7. Harris feeds it in the corner. Petrakis sends it out to Robinson. Just got it off, and they could not bring it in for the offensive rebound.
That was a tremendous defensive possession by ECU. Western moving the ball, dribble driving. ECU cut off everything, cut off every angle. But Western did a nice job of spreading the floor. Their spacing is great.
DeBow replaces Johnson in Joe Dooley's lineup.
Going to go inside. Going to go big on them. When they switched up big, they go big.
The 7-footer to the left hand over the 6'10" defender.
Yep.
Got the roll.
And that's why you go big, because they bring in big.
So DeBow matches his Pirate high with his 6-point lob. Oh, he laid it in.
Tremont Robinson getting it done. Look for a timeout here by Western. Smart timeout by the coaching staff. Gray, nice job.
That was nearly out of his reach. Pirates on the run. The freshman lays it in.
It was what you have was the whistle was a warning of a flop by the shooter, which was the Western Carolina player. The next flop call will be a technical foul. It was a warning flop.
A warning flop.
A warning flop. Didn't get out, and he can shoot it.
Knocks it in. Now, that's the first 3 for Joe Petrakis.
And that's what he does. And you know it on the scouting report. As Lucci, you make him put it on the floor. You get out strong and make him put it on the floor. Petrakis can shoot it.
He was the former walk-on at Kansas State, transferring into this Western program. Felton, oh, nice no-look, the cut. And he returns the assist to Robinson White.
And he knocked over the camera crew. Nice job. Get out hard. That's right. Make him put it on the floor. That's what you do. Make him put it on the floor. You have to do that.
In trouble. Robinson, hand in his face. The drive, and it's laid in by Woodbright.
Yep.
Better defensive possession, though, for the Pirates. Little show and go, and the lay-in by Newton.
And when you put in Petrakis, you don't get the weak side help because he's extended out. So both teams are getting layups.
It was a 3-point shooting exhibition. Now it's a layup drill here in the second half. Out of the corner, right on cue. Now, Robinson has 20.
Yeah, he doesn't know that 2-ball. He's a 3-man, and he can knock it down. I love the way he shoots it.
5 from behind the arc for Robinson. They're 12 out of 35. Wow. Pirates 0 for 3 this half from deep. Little 2-man game. DeBow. Left hook again.
Nice job. Luigi's doing a good job inside, playing the best he's played this year.
8, that's his most as a Pirate. R.J. Felton, head up, eyes up, slows it up.
How about Tremont? When he gets it, you just feel confident.
Look at Felton go to work.
Yeah, he'll go to work. He's got a motor.
He looks like a linebacker or a defensive back out there. Robinson White digging in, trying to steal it away. Catamounts come up with it. Robinson, let's fly. Ring it up.
Automatic. He's tough. And after all that hard work, just a good shot.
R.J. Felton, Mike Houston, whose team got bowl eligible with their 6th win at Memphis in overtime yesterday. I want to sign Felton up. Miles improves his position. And the rebound captured by McCray, out and running.
Good job by Felton to cut it off.
Feeds the trailer and a reach in.
And where you're upset, if you're upset there, you're upset that you're getting it down on transition. That's what drives you nuts. Joe Dooley doesn't like it when you don't get down the floor.
First on Robinson White, Little Rock, Arkansas junior. And he has a word for Petrakis.
Petrakis is going to be a big help to them because he can shoot the three and he can knock down free throws. And he's 6'10".
First free throw of the year for Petrakis. He picked up 2 quick fouls in Winston-Salem the other night against Wake Forest. And Coach Gray thought had he been more available and not so much in foul trouble that they might have had a real chance to knock off the Demon Deacons. They still almost did. Played them tough. Newton will send it out. Pirates will try to work a little clock here.
I think it's smart to do that. I think you move it around and then try to get it inside or dribble drive.
Too strong by Miles. Can't field his own miss. Kind of went hero ball there, didn't he?
Yeah. He's staying in the lineup, though. And, give him credit.
There's a layup on the Yep. Nobody grabbed the ball, and Price lays it in for his first bucket.
Yeah. Don't like the way they played their last few offensive possessions. And if you're ECU, you've got to stay consistent on the offensive end.
Nobody cut off Newton, and he lays it in for his 21st point.
Now, can you get a stop at this end? And JJ's guarding the player. I mean, that's his guy that's lighting the floor up.
10 new players on this Western Carolina roster this season. One of them there, Petrakis.
Yeah, and that's where Brandon Johnson is small and can get out on him.
14 threes, a new season high in this early campaign for Western as a team. Newton.
Yeah, but you're trading 3 for 2. When are they going to miss if you're ECU? You're getting great shots.
23 for Newton, 2 off his high against UConn a couple of years ago. Robinson feeds it out. Price, air ball. Suggs going to slow it up.
Good move.
And Luigi DeBow will give it to Newton, who takes the 3.
No need for that.
Banks shifts it inside. Robinson, layup. 25 for Nicholas Robinson. Kind of looks like a pickup game right now, the way they're not playing defense.
There they are.
Right?
There's the guys right there.
Not sure about the basketball, but when it comes to folding towels, very crisp on that particular one.
Now you're extending the floor right now. Yeah, when you're extending the floor like they are, what you want to do is beat the press and then run your offense. You're playing the clock now. You're up 19 with 7 to go. You want to play smart and get it inside, make good moves.
Jackson, after an extended period back on the floor, he gets it. He'll take a 3 and miss. Pirates have not made one from behind the arc this half.
Nope, been cold this half. And Western playing it tough on the other end. You got to defend. You got to make them waste time.
Double team. And it's going to be out of bounds off the Catamounts.
And let me tell you, what happened there, you leave your feet, and Suggs is guarding you, and you don't have anywhere to go. Good job by Suggs.
Pirates have had a lead as large as 28. They're up 19.
Well, and they played well this half. It's just very difficult to play this kind of game.
ECU's next game will be in Myrtle Beach, and that event there against Oklahoma next Thursday. Waiting to hear if Winston Tabbs will perhaps make his purple and gold debut in that one for the Pirates.
A late call screen against Johnson, Brandon Johnson. And it was there. I saw the screen, but they waited a long time to make the call. Brandon Johnson with the illegal screen.
6th on the Pirates.
Now, can you get a stop? Can you stop the hot shooting of this ball club? And this half, they're lighting it up. I'm telling you, 63% from the field.
5 of 11 from 3 this half as well. Miles quickly out there on Robinson. Instead, it'll be Banks. Should be ECU ball.
Yeah.
So, Cy, what kind of matchup will the Pirates and Sooners be?
I think if ECU shooting it well, they've got the kind of team that can match with anybody because they have, as you've seen today, they can go big or they can go small. So I think they can match up. It's a matter of it's a Power 5 team that's got a good tradition, and I think Joe Dooley will have them ready to play.
It's going to be another big event down in Myrtle Beach as Tristan Newton has matched his career high with 25 here this afternoon.
Well, and you're running the clock a little bit, getting it down to where you want it to be. Now, Miles has got a tough matchup, trust me.
A little deflection sends it back to Robinson. Pirates have shorted up. And here's a 3 as Miles lost him.
I don't think you can help. I don't think you can help. No. I think you got to stay home. He helped out, which he's supposed to do, but you can't get back on that kid. He can shoot it.
28 for Nicholas Robinson.
Yeah, he's just lighting it up.
Appeared in 8 games for Valpo last year. Started his career at St. Joseph's.
ECU shot it too quick. And I'll tell you, you better find in transition the shooters.
5 minutes to go. Western has canned 15 3-pointers this afternoon.
Can JJ not lose his man? Let's see how they're playing. Switched on it. Suggs has him.
Nice job by Jackson to stay in front of his man. Head of the circle, and that is up and in. Joe Petrakis.
They are hitting everything they shoot. That Tristan Newton was in his face. Game's down to 15.
They're 7 of 14 from behind the arc in the second half.
Yep. ECU yet to hit one.
Johnson, Miles. Get it in the hands of Newton.
I think
Suggs. As Western has outscored the Pirates by 11 in this half. Johnson tipped, got it back, and BJ missed it at point-blank range. Western on a run.
That man won't miss it. He's going to cut it to 12 if he gets a shot.
6-0 spurt over the last minute 30.
Here it comes. Oh, he lost the ball looking for the shot.
And a foul is going to be called on Robinson.
He's played wonderful. Robinson has been the man.
That will be his 4th and the 10th on Western. Free throws for the Pirates when we return.
What you want down the stretch, those kind of guards. But I can tell you, Robinson in 32 minutes, he had 7 threes. Western has 16 threes, and they're behind by 15 points. That's unbelievable. 16 threes they've hit tonight.
Pirates will send Newton to the foul line, and he's got a new career high of 26.
Just a beautiful player, and with Tremont out there with him, you can control tempo now. It's a matter of now of playing. You're playing the clock when you've got a good lead, and this team is hot, so you want to really limit their possessions.
27 for Newton. Robinson with 28. It's been quite a duel between those two.
EC goes to a zone. How about this? You better find that guy in the corner, Robinson, because he can nail it.
McCray tried a deep attempt. Robinson White slashing to the basket, and he's hit.
Well, I like the move. How about Joe Dooley going to a zone? They take the shot and miss it, and they can't dribble drive on you and score quickly. That's a really nice move by the veteran coach.
4 on McCray. Robinson White with 13 this afternoon to go along with 3 assists. He's got kind of a quiet day. He's 5 of 5 from the floor, 2 of 2 at the line.
Tremont is just playing. I think he's playing better this year, and I thought he's always played good. And today, you put him in these last 4 minutes because he's going to make things. He's going to play good defense. See a little bit of token full court pressure to make them come up the floor slow. It's a very good move when you got the lead. It's a 2-2-1, and then they go back to a 2-3 zone, and they straighten it up. You better get out on shooters. That's the only problem with it.
92 for the Pirates today.
Look at this, in the face of the great shooters. That's what you have to do.
Up top, head of the circle, Banks, right. Splash.
That's okay. It took 8. They got it down to 8 seconds before they got the shot. That's how you do it. They're just hot.
17 trifectas today.
Why do you take that with 24 seconds on the clock?
So Western will try to get some shots up here. It's just a 15-point game.
Yeah.
And the way they could shoot the three, you never want to turn it away. But quick release, Banks. And it looped up into the awaiting arms of Newton.
And Joe Dooley's saying it right. Let's run our offense. Be patient with it. They're in foul trouble, so if you dribble drive, you can foul some.
There's Felton for 3 and air ball.
Joe Dooley is livid.
Joe Dooley holding his head in his hands there. McCray, dribble, shoot.
But that's what he does at the other end. Yeah. He rips it down. He rips it down. That's what he can do. And he's telling him right now. He's talking to his young player, R.J. Felton, and saying, take your time.
But the minutes here late in this game kind of salting this away, invaluable for Felton.
Oh, yeah. And you got, look, when Tremont and Tristan Newton are your two guards, they're counting to 5. You get 12 seconds. You'll be fine. Dribble 4, hold it 4, dribble 4, and hold it 4.
Felton again for 3. Minute 30 to go. Had his hands up, and he made a driver out of Banks, but commits the foul.
Well, you'll learn the older you, he'll look at, hey, they'll show him in film, he'll know what to do. He's going to go with J.J. Miles. I would let Felton finish it.
Felton's first. He'll go to the bench.
Now, Joe will talk to him. You'll look at that bench over there, and Joe Dooley's saying, look, you don't have to shoot it right now. You're playing great. He'll sit him down because he loves him, but Miles had better do the same. Now, if you're Western, I think you shorten the game. I think you foul. You still got a shot. I think you foul ECU as soon as they take it in.
Banks with a dozen, one of 4 catamounts with 10 or more in this one.
I think what you do here is you let them cross, you play tough, and then when they cross, you foul them.
ECU led by 28 in this one.
Now, and it's been a good ball game, but give credit to Western. They never stop.
Robinson White challenged. Jackson had it, lost it. Pirates will maintain 16 on the shot. More importantly, 115 on the game.
And you got another 20, so you'll run it out again.
That's right, reset it. So still, I do the best you could to take it inside a minute. That's what you want to do here.
Yeah, exactly. If you can get it in bounds.
Suggs.
Now, this is a guy that can finish when the clock's running down. I'm telling you. He's saying, don't give me a ball string. I'm going to just take him. That's
Robinson
what he just yelled.
White with Woodbright on him. Or rather, Newton.
He
lost the handle.
Too.
Newton had it stripped away.
Yeah, he got fouled 3 times. Walt.
And Jackson took the basketball away from Price.
Yeah.
ECU's going to salt this one out, run the clock down, and move to 3-0.
How good has Robinson been for Western? Unbelievable. No foul, told him to back out.
So we'll see if Newton puts up a shot. Career high 27 for him today. Make it 29.
And fouled, and that's what it does. I mean, that's the kind of guy Tristan Newton is. I thought he got fouled the possession before, but he comes back and makes it. The officiating's been great all day. True. It's been good. Watch him on the dribble drive. Just can't get to him. Gets hit on the back as he lays it up and in.
Quite a day for Nicholas Robinson. 28 points, and he fouls out. How about that? So we'll see some of the bench guys. 3 Pirates in double figures today, Cy, including 29 from Tristan Newton.
Oh, he got a chance to get 30 here, and the guys coming in, it's always good to see these guys get in. Tristan that can hit 30 today, and it's taken all 30 of them to win this ball game.
30 points for Tristan Newton, a brand new career high. He will go to the bench.
And Kelly comes in. Dad played here. And let me tell you about him. I've seen him in practice. He is tenacious. He will go after you.
Here's the handoff to Price. Corner 3. Skipped off the front of the rim. Robinson White to Kelly. Kelly going to back it out. Students want him to shoot it.
He's doing it right. He knows how to play. He's not going to do anything fancy. Great win for the Pirates. Great effort by Western. Western Carolina had a great ball game. ECU was hot early. They were hot late.
Pirates with 95 points.